Welcome to Ancient Conspiracy Files. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the hallowed halls of Istanbul's Topkapi Palace, there lies a remarkable artifact known as the Piri Reis map. This map, drawn in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, is a fascinating compilation of various nautical charts. But what sets it apart is its depiction of a region that should have been unknown at the time: Antarctica. Yet the anomaly is not just its inclusion, but the manner in which it's portrayed, free of ice, with a topography akin to what we know exists beneath the Antarctic ice today. The question that rises is, how could an ancient map show an ice-free Antarctica? What knowledge or technology could the cartographers of the past have possessed that allowed them to depict in such detail a continent that remained unexplored and ice-covered until the 19th century? This mystery deepens when we consider that the Piri Reis map is not the only ancient map to depict an ice-free Antarctica. The Orontes Phineas map, drawn in 1531, also portrays the icy continent as a landmass with visible mountain ranges and rivers, rather than the frigid, ice-covered expanse we know today. These maps and other similar ancient cartographic anomalies have fueled theories of lost civilizations, ancient seafaring cultures with advanced knowledge of geography, and even extraterrestrial intervention. They challenge our understanding of human history and our place within it, presenting tantalizing evidence of a forgotten past that may have been far more complex and technologically advanced than we've long believed. Consider the possibility of a civilization that existed during a period when Antarctica was ice-free, a time estimated to be over 34 million years ago. This civilization, advanced enough to explore and map the globe, subsequently vanished, leaving only cryptic traces of their presence. Could the Piri Reis and Orontes Phineas maps be remnants of their knowledge, passed down through generations and eventually incorporated into the cartographic practices of later cultures? Or perhaps these maps are not evidence of a lost ancient civilization, but of an alternative historical timeline, one where human civilization advanced at a much quicker pace than our current understanding allows. Could there have been advancements in seafaring and cartography that have been lost to time, erased from history by cataclysmic events or the slow erosion of memory? These are tantalizing speculations that open up a panorama of possibilities. The ancient maps showing an ice-free Antarctica encourage us to look beyond our accepted historical narrative, to question, to wonder, and to seek out the secrets that our world continues to keep. To unravel this enigma, it's vital to dive into the context of the ancient world, to paint a vivid picture of the cultures that created these perplexing maps. The Piri Reis map, for instance, was composed by an Ottoman admiral, Ahmed Muhiddin Piri, in 1513. As a naval commander, Piri Reis had access to various sources of geographical information, including charts captured from Portuguese and Spanish ships. The Ottoman Empire, a vibrant crossroads of cultures, was a hub of knowledge and technology during the 16th century. Advances in navigation and map-making were particularly notable, with mariners venturing further than ever before and cartographers striving for greater accuracy in their depictions of the world. This was an era of discovery, of daring voyages across uncharted waters, spurred by the curiosity and courage of sailors and explorers. Sailing was deeply intertwined with the mythology of the time, where sea monsters lurked in unexplored territories and gods controlled the winds and tides. The sea was seen as a vast, mystical expanse, holding untold treasures and dangers. Maps, therefore, held a dual purpose. They were practical guides for navigation, but they also served as representations of the unknown and the imagined. The Orontes Phineas map, on the other hand, emerged from the heart of the Renaissance in Europe. Its creator, Orontes Phine, was a French mathematician and cartographer, renowned for his work in astronomy and geography. The map represents the confluence of science, art, and humanism that characterized the Renaissance. It was an age when the boundaries of knowledge were being pushed, and the world was seen not just as it was, but as it could be. Yet, even with the sophistication of their time, neither the Ottomans nor the Renaissance Europeans had the technology to explore Antarctica, let alone map it with such precision. The techniques of the day, while advanced for the time, would have struggled to chart such remote and inhospitable lands. And this begs the question, where did the information come from? How did these cartographers come to know of an ice-free Antarctica, a land not fully explored until the 19th century? The enigma of these ancient maps, therefore, lies not just in the maps themselves, but in the civilizations that created them. These were cultures that valued knowledge, exploration, and the pursuit of the unknown. They lived in an age where the world was expanding, where the boundaries of the known were being pushed back, and where the uncharted was a place of treasure and terror. These civilizations, with their complex mythologies, their technological advancements, and their thirst for discovery, form the backdrop against which these mysterious maps were created. They provide a tantalizing hint at a history that is richer, stranger, and more mysterious than we have ever imagined. Delving into the origins of these tantalizing maps, we encounter a series of ancient scrolls, monuments, mythological accounts, and enigmatic figures that have contributed to the emergence of this theory. Among them, the ancient Sumerian civilization, known for its advanced knowledge in various sciences, is thought to have had an understanding of Earth's geography far beyond what should have been possible for their time. Their clay tablets, inscribed with cuneiform script, contain detailed accounts of their cosmology and geography. One such tablet, known as the Sumerian King List, chronicles the reigns of their kings before and after a great flood, a story that eerily echoes the biblical tale of Noah's Ark. These tablets also make reference to a land of the living, a place at the edge of the world, which some have interpreted as a reference to Antarctica. A fascinating character in this narrative is the Greek philosopher and geographer Eratosthenes. In the 3rd century BC, he accurately calculated the Earth's circumference using nothing but a stick and the angle of the sun's shadow, demonstrating an extraordinary understanding of the Earth's dimensions. Could it be that this knowledge extended to the remote regions of the Earth, like Antarctica? There are also monuments that point towards this advanced geographical knowledge. The Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, is aligned with remarkable precision to the cardinal points of the compass. This level of accuracy suggests an understanding of Earth's geography and the principles of navigation that would have been necessary to chart far-off lands. In the realm of mythology, we encounter the legend of Atlantis. The ancient philosopher Plato described Atlantis as an advanced civilization that disappeared into the sea overnight. Could Atlantis have been located in Antarctica before it was covered in ice? Throughout history, we find individuals like Admiral Richard E. Byrd, Jr., who in the mid-20th century led numerous expeditions to Antarctica. In his diary, he allegedly described encountering warm, ice-free lands with lakes and green vegetation. Although his account is controversial, it adds another layer to the mystery surrounding this frozen continent. These ancient texts, monuments, and mythologies, along with the individuals whose stories have intertwined with them, point towards a potential reality that challenges our understanding of human history. They suggest that ancient civilizations might have had a more advanced understanding of the Earth's geography than previously believed, and that they might have known about an ice-free Antarctica thousands of years before modern exploration. The heart of this mystery lies in an ancient map, the Piri Reis map, named after the Ottoman admiral who created it in 1513. This map is unique in depicting the coast of Antarctica without ice, a phenomenon that mainstream science suggests would not have been observed for millions of years. The question, then, is how could a map from the 16th century accurately represent a geological feature that supposedly hadn't existed for an epoch? The Piri Reis map is not the only one of its kind. The Oronteus Phineus map, drawn in 1531, also depicts an ice-free Antarctic continent. More intriguingly, it shows Antarctica's topography beneath the ice, as it appears today under our modern satellite imaging. Such detailed knowledge of the subglacial topography, utterly impossible to observe without sophisticated technology, is a mystery that challenges conventional historical understanding. These maps, and others like them, are said to be based on even older sources, some allegedly dating back to the time of Alexander the Great, or even earlier. The Piri Reis map itself contains a note stating it was drawn from more than 20 source maps, some of which were claimed to be from the time of Columbus, or before. If these source maps really did exist, and did depict Antarctica free of ice, then our timeline of Earth's geological and climatic history could be called into question. Then there is the Bausch map, produced in 1737 by French geographer Philippe Bausch. This map shows Antarctica as two separate land masses, much as it appears beneath the ice today. Conventional history tells us that this was not discovered until the 1958 International Geophysical Year, over 2 centuries after the Bauch map was drawn. How did Bauch achieve such accuracy without the help of advanced technology? These maps are not just anomalies, they are historical enigmas that challenge our understanding of the past. They suggest a level of geographical knowledge and cartographic skill far beyond what was thought possible for their time. They propose a reality in which ancient civilizations had a more advanced understanding of the Earth's geography, including an ice-free Antarctica. The question remains, how did these mapmakers, hundreds or even thousands of years ago, acquire such precise information about a continent supposedly unknown and unexplored until the modern era? The answers, if they exist, could force us to rethink not just human history, but also the Earth's geological past. Could the answer lie in lost civilizations, advanced ancient technology, or perhaps something even more extraordinary? To delve deeper into this enigma, it's essential to turn our gaze to scientific evidence and archaeological analysis. One avenue to consider is the role of physical data, such as carbon dating. This technique, used to determine the age of organic material, could potentially reveal more about the origins of these maps. If, for example, the parchment, ink, or other materials used to create these maps could be dated to periods far earlier than the accepted history of Antarctic discovery, it would lend credence to the theory of an ancient, advanced civilization possessing this knowledge. Yet, carbon dating the maps themselves might only tell us when the maps were drawn, not when the original geographical information was gathered. To delve deeper into the origins of this knowledge, we need to consider other avenues of investigation. Some theorists point to unexplained architecture around the world as potential evidence of a lost civilization with advanced geographical knowledge. For example, the pyramids of Egypt, Stonehenge in England, and the Moai statues on Easter Island are all examples of ancient structures built with such precision and alignment to celestial bodies that it suggests advanced astronomical knowledge. Could it be possible that their architects also had detailed geographical knowledge, including that of an ice-free Antarctica? There's also the question of genetic clues. Studying the DNA of indigenous populations near Antarctica could potentially reveal a genetic link to ancient civilizations believed to have had knowledge of the ice-free continent. While this is speculative, it's an area of investigation that could yield fascinating results. Then there are the so-called out-of-place artifacts, or OOPArts. These are objects of historical, archaeological, or paleontological interest found in an unusual or seemingly impossible context, which challenge conventional historical chronology by being too advanced for the level of civilization that existed at the time. One example is the Antikythera mechanism, a complex ancient Greek artifact often called the world's first computer that was used to predict celestial events. If ancient civilizations possessed such advanced astronomical technology, could they also have had the technology to map the Earth with exceptional precision? The difficulty with all these lines of investigation is that they can only provide indirect evidence. A challenge indeed, but one that only makes the mystery of the ancient maps showing an ice-free Antarctica even more compelling. Each piece of the puzzle, from carbon-dated maps to unexplained architecture, celestial alignments, genetic clues, and out-of-place artifacts, brings us one step closer to understanding this enigma. Yet every answer seems to spawn more questions, and the true nature of this mystery continues to elude us. While we've been examining evidence that suggests ancient civilizations had knowledge of an ice-free Antarctica, it's crucial to observe that these theories, in general, have not been accepted by mainstream historians, archaeologists, or institutions. Their resistance to these ideas has been marked and, in some cases, quite vehement. The traditional academic community operates within a framework built on established theories and facts. Ideas that challenge this framework, like the notion of a technologically advanced ancient civilization having knowledge of an ice-free Antarctica, are often met with skepticism or outright dismissal. This is not necessarily due to malice or a deliberate attempt to suppress alternative viewpoints, but rather a byproduct of the rigorous standards of evidence required in academic research. However, there are instances where this skepticism appears to edge towards a more purposeful disregard. For instance, when faced with out-of-place artifacts or parts, many mainstream academics have chosen to ignore these pieces instead of incorporating them into their understanding of history. This has led to accusations of academic censorship and the suppression of potentially paradigm-shifting evidence. The case of the Antikythera mechanism is a prime example of this. Initially, the extraordinary complexity of the device was not believed to be possible for the time it was dated. Many dismissed it as a later addition to the shipwreck where it was found, or even as a hoax, until further research eventually confirmed its authenticity and antiquity. The Piri Reis map, showing an ice-free Antarctica, has similarly faced dismissal. Many mainstream historians and cartographers insist that the map merely shows the southernmost tip of South America, distorted and exaggerated. They argue that the idea of an ice-free Antarctica in the map is merely the result of misinterpretation and overactive imaginations. Yet there is a growing number of researchers who are willing to challenge the established narratives, researchers who believe that our understanding of history is not complete and that these anomalies should not be ignored but rather scrutinized. They argue that the potential knowledge to be gained from these forbidden areas of study could be invaluable, and their suppression only hinders the progress of our understanding. As with most aspects of this intriguing topic, the resistance to these ideas is complex, wrapped in layers of academic tradition, rigor, and perhaps a reluctance to rewrite the historical record. It seems that, for now, the mystery of the ancient maps showing an ice-free Antarctica will continue to be a contentious topic, a puzzle that remains unsolved. The Piri Reis map, with its depiction of an ice-free Antarctica, does more than challenge our understanding of geographical history. If we accept the possibility that this map is accurate, it forces us to reassess our perception of the spiritual and metaphysical beliefs of our ancient ancestors. One theory that has gained traction among certain circles posits that ancient civilizations may have been in contact with extraterrestrial beings who shared advanced knowledge and technology. This, they argue, would explain the uncharacteristic precision and detail in the Piri Reis map and other parts. This theory often intersects with the ancient astronaut hypothesis, which suggests that gods, angels, and other divine beings from ancient texts might have been extraterrestrial visitors misinterpreted by our ancestors. The idea of gods as aliens is not new. It has been explored extensively in popular culture, from science fiction novels to television series like Ancient Aliens. Yet, it remains on the fringe of academic discourse, often dismissed as pseudoscience. However, the existence of the Piri Reis map and its depiction of an ice-free Antarctica gives some credence to these theories, suggesting that there is more to our past than what mainstream history acknowledges. In this context, the Piri Reis map becomes more than just a map. It becomes a testament to a forgotten past, a time when human civilization might have interacted with beings from other worlds. It offers a glimpse into a time when the borders between the spiritual and the physical, the divine and the mortal, were blurred. The potential implications of this are profound. It suggests that our ancestors were not just passive recipients of divine wisdom, but active participants in a cosmic dialogue. It paints a picture of a past where humanity was intimately connected with the cosmos, a connection that we may have lost over time. Of course, this theory is speculative and lacks concrete evidence to support it. Nevertheless, it provides a tantalizing alternative perspective on our history, one that challenges the conventional narrative and invites us to look at our past with new eyes. The Piri Reis map and its depiction of an ice-free Antarctica may not prove the existence of ancient extraterrestrial contact, but it does suggest that our history is richer, more complex, and far more mysterious than we often give it credit for. It is a reminder that the past still holds many secrets waiting to be uncovered, and that our understanding of it is ever evolving. As we continue to question, to explore, and to challenge, we inch closer to unraveling the enigma that is our shared human history. In the digital age, the theory surrounding ancient maps and an ice-free Antarctica has found fertile ground, revitalizing interest and sparking fresh debates. YouTube, for instance, has become a hotspot for enthusiasts, with countless videos dissecting the details of the Piri Reis map and others, discussing the implications of a once warmer Antarctica. These videos, often weaving together history, science, and speculation, attract millions of viewers. The comment sections beneath them teem with lively discussions as viewers share their own theories, insights, and interpretations. Here, amongst the clatter of keyboard keys and the glow of screens, the mystery of these ancient maps is kept alive. Documentaries, too, have played a significant role in the resurgence of this theory. Programs like Ancient Aliens and Unearthed have dedicated episodes to the mystery of the Piri Reis map and the possibility of an ice-free Antarctica. Expert interviews, CGI recreations, and dramatic narration bring the enigma to life, engaging viewers and drawing them into the heart of the mystery. Books, both fiction and non-fiction, have also explored these themes, further fueling public interest. Best-selling novels like Graham Hancock's Fingerprints of the Gods and Erich von Daniken's Chariots of the Gods examine the possibility of ancient advanced civilizations and extraterrestrial contact, with the Piri Reis map often serving as a key piece of evidence. Conspiracy forums, too, have embraced the theory, with threads spanning hundreds of pages dedicated to the topic. Here, users pore over every detail of the maps, cross-referencing them with historical texts, satellite images, and other resources. The sense of collective investigation, of shared curiosity, gives these discussions a palpable energy. This resurgence in interest has not been without controversy. Critics argue that much of the debate ignores scientific consensus and promotes pseudoscience. Yet the fascination persists, underscoring the enduring allure of the unknown and the unexplained. In the public consciousness, these ancient maps have been transformed from mere historical artifacts to symbols of a deeper, more profound mystery. They have become a shared curiosity, a puzzle that spans centuries, inviting each new generation to question, to explore, and to dream. The question of an ice-free Antarctica, as depicted in the Piri Reis map, has grown to represent not just a geographical anomaly, but a challenge to our understanding of history, a testament to the enduring power of mystery, and a reminder of the secrets that our past may still hold. As we delve deeper into the realm of the esoteric, the line between fact and fiction becomes increasingly blurred. The ice-free Antarctica depicted in the ancient maps, such as the Piri Reis map, is a tantalizing mystery that has given rise to more radical interpretations. One such interpretation revolves around the concept of ancient aliens. This theory suggests that extraterrestrial beings may have visited Earth in our distant past, guiding the advancement of human civilization and sharing their advanced knowledge. In the case of the Piri Reis map, proponents of the ancient alien theory suggest that the detailed depiction of an ice-free Antarctica could have resulted from extraterrestrial aerial surveys far beyond the capabilities of any known ancient civilization. Extrapolating further, another theory points to the existence of dimensional portals. It suggests that Antarctica could be a gateway to other dimensions or parallel universes. The depiction of an ice-free Antarctica on ancient maps might represent not a geographical reality, but a metaphysical one, a liminal space where the boundaries between worlds blur and intertwine. Then there is the theory of lost technologies. This interpretation proposes that ancient civilizations possessed advanced scientific knowledge and technological capabilities, now lost to the sands of time. The precision and accuracy of the Piri Reis map, as well as its depiction of Antarctica without ice, could be evidence of these lost technologies. This theory suggests that a past civilization might have possessed the capacity for advanced cartography and even global travel. Lastly, a more fringe theory postulates that the architects of these maps might have been of non-human origin. This notion draws from a pool of ancient legends and myths, suggesting that the map's creators could have belonged to a race of ancient, advanced beings, distinct from humanity, who once inhabited the Earth. These theories, while radical and controversial, are part of the allure of the ancient maps. They push the boundaries of what is known and challenge conventional understanding, inviting us to broaden our perspectives and venture into the realm of the unknown. Whether these interpretations hold any truth or are merely the product of imaginative speculation is a matter of personal belief. However, they all serve to underline the enduring mystery of the ancient maps and the ice-free Antarctica they depict. The enigma continues to captivate, to intrigue, and to inspire questions about our past, our place in the universe, and the vast, uncharted territories of knowledge that still await our discovery. The mystery of the ancient maps showing an ice-free Antarctica is a labyrinthian journey, a quest that leads us into the unexplored territories of history, science, and the human imagination. The enigmatic nature of these maps, coupled with the tantalizing theories they inspire, serve as a stark reminder that much of our past remains shrouded in mystery, waiting to be unraveled. Many of the theories we have explored in this journey are deeply intertwined with the concept of forbidden knowledge. This idea, prevalent in numerous cultures and civilizations throughout history, suggests that certain truths are too profound, too disruptive, or too dangerous to be known by the masses. Could these maps be artifacts of such forbidden knowledge, relics of an era or civilization that held secrets far beyond our current understanding? This notion of forbidden knowledge dovetails with the theory of lost technologies. If indeed there existed an ancient civilization with advanced capabilities, it is plausible that their knowledge, considered too powerful or dangerous, was deliberately suppressed or lost in the mists of time. The maps, then, might be fragments of this lost knowledge, tantalizing glimpses into a forgotten age of advanced scientific understanding and technological prowess. But what if the maps point not towards what is lost, but towards what is yet to be discovered? Antarctica remains one of the least explored regions on Earth, its icy expanses holding myriad secrets beneath their frozen surfaces. Could an ice-free Antarctica, as depicted on the maps, indicate the existence of undiscovered landscapes and ecosystems beneath the ice, waiting to be revealed as the ice melts due to global warming? Or perhaps, as the theory of dimensional portals suggests, Antarctica is a metaphysical gateway, a bridge between our world and others yet unknown. The enigma of the ancient maps and the ice-free Antarctica they depict serves as a testament to the boundless potential of the human imagination and the enduring allure of the unknown. It compels us to question, to seek, and to explore not just the world around us, but also the depths of our own minds. It reminds us that history is not a closed book, but an endless river of narratives flowing into the vast ocean of time, always ready to reveal new secrets to those brave enough to venture into its depths. It leaves us with a sense of wonder and a thirst for knowledge that transcends the boundaries of conventional understanding. It challenges us to look beyond what we know, to consider the impossible, and to entertain the notion that our world might be far more complex, far more mysterious, and far more incredible than we ever imagined. It invites us, in short, to redefine the very nature of our reality. Through this lens, the ancient maps of an ice-free Antarctica become not just relics of the past, but keys to unlocking the mysteries of the future. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of Ancient Conspiracy Files. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.